I think, though, the interesting thing is this is specifically addressed as a argument of trying to prove that we shouldn't or should or abortion should be illegal because fetuses can breathe. The fact that an entity can breathe does not justify its value as that we place on human beings.
Plus, the common person's knowledge of breathing involves lungs and air.
Right.
It's
going to have to
confusing.
define it.
I would avoid this as a pro-life argument.
Oh yeah. It's more
True
I'm analyzing the
but...
scientific truthiness of the thing. Okay, so the next statement: an unborn baby has the same rights as an adult. And I would say the unborn baby should have the same rights as an adult.
I was going to say key phrase.
And I agree with. So if I agree there, I think once we grant that the unborn are human beings, then it should settle the question of the right to live. But I would, like right now, legally, they don't have the same rights as an adult in America.
Josh, though, I think that this is a broad and somewhat ambiguous statement. Unborn don't have, or even toddlers don't have the right to vote.
Right.
So there are certain inalienable rights.
Right.
Means we can't lose them, and then we can't even give them away. And you could take constitutional or you could take spiritual. I believe they agree. As human beings, we are endowed with a right to life.
Right. Next statement that the pro-choice video maker Kenna called a pro-life lie is a woman is someone who can give birth.
I remember laughing about this one.
Explain this one to me.
I am a woman. I have never given birth.
But you can, though, as far as we know. So I think the better counter argument would be there are women that cannot give birth.
That's true.
And they're women. A woman is a female human being.
Do we need a Venn diagram for this?
I don't understand. I hope not. I don't understand. Why would anybody ever say that? That was the weirdest, I think, quote in this entire thing. A woman is someone who can give, I don't know why you would even use that. But
I think someone was either taken out of context or didn't quite mean what they were saying.
So don't say that. Just
don't.
In case you do. In case you do, just don't. Next one, and this is where we started getting into, few of these were really mean-spirited, and that was part of the problem. I not only disagree with this statement, but this is so mean-spirited. The quote is, "Women who abort are sluts."
My question is, what do you hope to gain by a statement like that?
Right.
Does an ad hominem attack ever create more common ground? Does it ever make you win an argument? No, it's not acceptable in a court of law. It's not acceptable in a debate. And if you're just trying to have a dialogue with someone, it's damaging, and it damages relationships.
And if you define a slut as someone who is sexually promiscuous, there are some women that got pregnant and had abortions the very first time they had sex. No one would define them as a slut. And so not only is it
there are married women.
Yeah,
to do that. So
and that's there you go. True. So I say I also didisagree with this statement, and it's horribly mean. So
don't use this one, listeners. Don't use this one.
Never.
Definitely.
Next one is not as bad, but I would say this is an unprovable statement. The statement is all women regret abortion. Now,
the correct statement is some women regret abortion. Maybe even many women.
Yeah.
I don't think we can go so far to say most women.
Right.
But, think about a couple episodes ago, we were talking about ThanksAbortion.com. Those are women who are saying, I don't regret my abortion. In fact, I'm proud of it.
Right.
Or I'm grateful for it.
Right. Now, the pro-lifer can respond, well, some of those women may regret it later in life. But that's, once again, that's unprovable. Who knows? But I certainly have met women that I believe definitely don't regret their abortion right now.
It also doesn't validate a logical argument against abortion. Some people regret buying a house.
Right.
We shouldn't make house buying illegal because people regret it.
Right.
Abortion should be illegal because it kills an innocent human being.
Exactly.
Regrets set aside.
Even if it was true, it's a bad argument. It's one of the bad arguments we talk about on there. Women who abort don't use birth control was the statement. Now, according to the CDC and the Alan Guttmacher Institute, that's just not true.
And can you define CDC?
CDC would be the Center for Disease Control. Did I really have to say
well,
that?
I know what it means, but some people don't.
Do I need to start saying
really fast.
The Federal Bureau of Investigation? I don't have to
then people aren't going to know that you're meaning FBI.
I see. That's exactly the point. Doesn't everybody? I can't believe it. Okay, whatever. Fine. According to the Center for Disease Control in Atlanta, in case you were wondering, induced abortions usually result from unintended pregnancies, which often occur despite the use of contraception. According to the Alan Guttmacher Institute, 54% of women having abortions used a contraceptive method during the month they became pregnant. Doesn't mean they used it correctly, but they were on some kind of birth control at the time they got pregnant. So we have talked about whether birth control use can and will decrease abortions. We did that in episode 37. If you want to go check that out.
Is that the one where we talked about New York City?
That was where we talked about
That was a very interesting episode.
New York City. It was just,
I recommend it.
This is a little weird that New York and California are spending the most taxpayer dollars giving out birth control, and yet they have the highest abortion rates. That's all we were saying.
Yeah,
but
that's it.
Again, though, in terms of a discussion about whether abortion should logically be a legal practice, I don't think this has any real relevance.
Yeah, exactly.
If someone asks you, someone's going to ask you, have the facts or say you don't know. Don't make up a number. Right. But this really isn't a good pro-life argument.
Right. I would say that for most of these.
Yeah, well,
even the ones I agree with, I'm like, why would you even bring it in?
So many better ones.
Next statement: no one would consider abortion after having children. And interestingly enough, isn't
that a high trend?
Also, that is the main thing that has changed in when Alan Guttmacher, they do these occasional studies where they're asking, they do a survey, why is it that you are choosing this abortion? They can list 15 or so different things, and they'll track this every I don't know how often they do this survey. They've done it more than once though, and this is the main one that's changed. It wasn't very many women in the 80s that said, I'm having my abortion because I already have as many kids as I want to have, but that has skyrocketed now. Yep. Now it is what do I have here? The third most common reason to have an abortion is, quote, I have completed my childbearing, or the children are already grown.
Yep.
That's just where it is.
Which is completely opposite to the statement.
Yeah.
I believe you can go to FresnoProLife.org/Savannah story and see. I believe that's the web address. We could probably put it on the website. Yep. It's a story from Fresno about a woman named Savannah who has 2 born children. I met her, and she was considering abortion. Now, she chose life for her unborn child, but she has 2, and her reasoning for considering abortion was, I'm done having kids.
Yep. The woman who just
2 beautiful children
that
she loves dearly.
Show, and they followed her abortion. The reason she said she wanted the abortion is because they already had a kid, and they wanted to make sure that they could take care of their child well enough and have enough money and all that. So this is clearly not true. Next statement: women are meant to have babies.
Here's a
really
statement where you're asking for trouble.
Yeah, go ahead and talk a little bit about that.
Well, there's a couple different things this could mean. It could mean that women have the innate capability that men don't have to have babies, and that's what their bodies are, quote unquote, meant for.
Right.
But I think, that we can agree with. Well, yeah, women's bodies are made in a sense to have children. We can, you can't. Sorry, but.
No complaints.
The implication I get from this is more a woman's sole role in life is to make babies. And if you want to make a friend on a college campus, make this statement.
That's not going to be the one.
No, seriously.
It's a function that women have, but it's not their sole function.
No. No, definitely not. And we can debate, whether or not there's some religious groups that would disagree a little bit on certain aspects of a woman's role in society.
And I'm not going there.
But we don't really want to get into that, and this is not a statement that is ever going to help you win an argument against abortion or make a friend.
We're doing
in
good.
That area.
We have 5 minutes left, and we've got 4 arguments left. This is
Let's
going
roll.
Good job, guys. Okay, keep it up. The next statement: the heart beats, therefore it is wrong to kill it.
I refer back to the breathing statement.
He's like, I'm not even going to say anything. Just rewind back on the video to where I said that, and you'll see. Look, okay. First of all,
except for the therefore.
First of all, no. Okay, a heartbeat is not even technically what makes what we know is we can't we don't prove you're alive because of a heartbeat. We know the unborn is alive because it's growing, it's metabolizing, it's reacting to stimuli. Even though it has a heartbeat at around 22, 23 days after conception, that isn't why it's wrong to kill it. There are insects with heartbeats, and I don't think it's wrong to
What about
kill them.
the weeks before it has a heartbeat?
Yeah, there you go. Okay, I guess, abortifacients would be fine because,
It is surprising how many people draw the line at the heartbeat. It is a very common thing. Because we associate it with death.
Right.
and life, is there a heartbeat? Okay,
Right.
they're alive.
Yeah.
And so because of that association, there are so many people who draw the line, heartbeat, alive.
And you
But they
can
need to
use
go a
it,
step further.
pro-lifers can use it in common ground. They can sometimes find common ground with pro-choicers by saying, would you agree that'd be wrong to kill a baby once it has a heartbeat? I've seen people do that, and that's been
Right.
very effective. But you don't say that it's wrong to kill it
No.
once it has a heartbeat.
No. It's a stepping ground to say, okay,
Right.
well, here's the line of the heartbeat.
Exactly.
Now, what is it exactly about the heartbeat? What about a little bit before?
Exactly. Next statement. An aborted child could have cured cancer. We've done this one on the show before a few times. Let's just say you should never make a pro-life argument based on the potential good that the person might do to society. In fact, that is the pro-choice argument, that these are not valuable. Yeah. No, we are valuable because we are intrinsically valuable, not instrumentally valuable.
Exactly.
That's why all human beings
So I think Kyle has one word
rights.
for this.
Yeah. What's your one word?
My one word is consider Hitler. Or Hitler.
That would be
One
two.
word.
Well done. That would be 2 words.
2 words. I can count. I can count. I have 6 fingers.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Consider that. Hitler. People will say we should kill Hitler, or not. We should kill.
No.
People will say we'll consider Hitler because if he had been aborted, we wouldn't have all this stuff. Interesting, the psychological experiment.
Right.
Value
Not
is not.
functional.
Not functional.
Right.
Enough said.
Next statement. Back alley abortions are a myth. And I would say that I think back alley abortions happened, albeit I think that the numbers were exaggerated by pro-choice people. And we compiled a bunch of research for that.
Yes, I remember talking about that.
You can check that out at prolifepodcast.net and find where we talked about that on Pro-Life Lives. I've put a lot of research together, but Dr. Bernard Nathanson would be one of those. He co-founded NARAL, and he came out later, was pro-choice, became pro-life, and said we made up the numbers. However, I do believe that back alley abortions probably happened, and I would never say it's a myth because I would say that it's not a good pro-life argument. Right. Abortion is wrong, and abortion should be legal, even if it makes it more dangerous to kill people. It should be illegal. I don't think the law should be faulted for making it more dangerous to kill human beings.
Okay,
Last one, and this one's pretty easy. Abortion is malicious.
I think
before you do it, let me define malice. The definition of malice is a desire to cause pain, injury, or distress to another, or the intent to commit an unlawful act or cause harm without legal justification or excuse. Go ahead.
I think that most women go into an abortion with a very different mindset. While their mindset may be in some way selfish, now I don't want to say that across the board, but it may be something for them, like they're not ready, they want to finish school. A lot of women do have a genuine concern for their child, and they're not going into abortion thinking, I just can't wait to kill this thing. And there's no way that's going to help you. If you're going to reach out to these women who are in situations telling them you're malicious, you're a murderer, you're terrible, it's not going to help you gain common ground with them.
I don't actually think that any women qualify as being a malicious person, although I do believe some abortionists are malicious, and if you want to look at that, Mark Crutcher wrote a book called Lyme 5, and they had done a lot of open record searches and found out a lot of really horrible thing about some abortionists, and it would seem that some abortionists, I'm not saying all necessarily, that would be an unprovable argument I wouldn't make. Wouldn't use a superlative like that ever. That was funny. However, but I would say some abortionists are. So abortion can be malicious, but
see our episodes with our special guest Carrie Guy on it for more on that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, thanks for listening. Next week, we're going to do part 10, and we're going to cover 4 more of the statements that we've never before covered on the show.
You've been watching Life Report, Pro-Life Talk, Real World Answers. Life Report is produced by Right to Life of Central California. Visit their website at fresnoprolife.org.